discussed, and in the last class we have seen by one example that if something signal is given like this, you have to we have discussed this thing, that its Laplace transform is nothing but 1 by s plus a, where what is the ROC? ROC should be sigma greater than minus a. Okay, or in this sigma you can write like this also, RE s should be greater than minus a. What is RE means? RE means a real part of s, and we know that real part of s is nothing but sigma, because sigma is a complex number, where sigma s equal to sigma plus j omega, isn't it? So this sigma play a major role in the Laplace transform. Okay, it shows us, it gives us the information about the ROC. Okay, so we have seen that the ROC of this equation is nothing but, it should be greater than minus a. Okay, and its pole is minus a, that's why in minus a you have to write like this, a cross sign. This cross sign indicate the pole of the transfer function or Laplace transform of a signal. Okay, and there is no zeros because at the numerator there is no polynomial. Okay, so there is no zeros. So when you plot the ROC, you just like this, you just show that this right side of this minus a is fall under ROC. ROC means at this region we have the transfer function of the signal. If you vary the a values, the different signal you may have, isn't it? So based on those values, each of the signals has the Laplace transform. Understand? So these are we have already discussed in the last class. Why I am discussing, because by looking the ROC, you have you can say so many things about the signal, whether it is stable or not. I have said that if this ROC enclose the j omega axis, then this signal called a stable signal. Okay, here you can see this ROC. ROC means region of convergence. Region of convergence means the set of values of sigma for that the Laplace transform is exist. Okay, so that definition I have given already. So by ROC, what we can say, whether the system is stable or not, by doing the Laplace transform, where is the pole located, we can say. Okay, and another thing, if the ROC is rightmost of the right side of the pole, then we can say this signal is a right-sided sequence. Okay, right-sided sequence means like it is right side of the y-axis of a signal. Okay, it is a right-sided sequence. So many things we can get we can get the information about the signal by looking the ROC. That's why it's important. And I have given some more ROCs related to different signal, like if signal is minus at u of minus t. Okay, here t is taken as a minus t, means folded signal. Okay, so what will be the Laplace transform for this? It is the Laplace transform for this is nothing but 1 by s minus a. Okay, in this case sigma should be greater than a, and I have shown the ROC you can plot by looking this condition. Sigma greater than a is condition for the ROC. Okay, by knowing this condition you can plot the ROC. Okay, so here sigma greater than a means if a is here, this ROC will be, it should be cross sign, because pole it indicates the pole. Okay, so it is the right side of this plane which is parallel to j omega axis. Okay, so in this case you can see this ROC region. ROC means region of convergence. In this region there is no j omega axis. Okay, or you can say that ROC is does not include the j omega axis. That's why by looking the ROC you can say that the given signal is not a stable signal. Okay, if you plot the signal, what you will find? can anybody plot this signal if A taken as a positive number? Okay, can you plot? Can you plot this signal? Anybody? What is the signal if A is positive? This signal is like this, is not it? What is for this? So you should know how to. This is only the mirror image of this. Okay. So like this, by looking the ROC, we can say the signal is not a stable signal. Okay. Come to the next example. Like if another signal e to the power minus at ut is there. Okay. Laplace transform of this is what? 1 by s plus a. Is that it? And what will be the condition for this when you are going to solve? You can find that sigma should be less than minus a. Okay. And if you plot this signal also, this ROC you can see it is minus a, pole at minus a. So ROC is saying that sigma should be less than minus a. Okay. So ROC will be at the left side of this sequence. Okay. So in this case also you can say the ROC does not include the j omega axis. That's why the signal is called an unstable signal. Okay. Another example, another information we can get that since it is left side of the pole, that's why the signal is a left-sided sequence. Understand? The signal is a left-sided sequence. So this information you can get from the ROC. So come to the so this thing you should know, and I'll give as a point wise. Okay, what are the information we can get from the ROC? Okay. So come to solve some problem. So this is the first page only. I just start the class. Okay, I just revising the things from the last class that I have given this solution. I think in both the section, how to solve, how we can find the Laplace transform of e to the power minus at u of t. Okay, and we have got 1 by sa. Okay, and how we can plot the ROC. I have already explained. I think so. Why it is important to draw ROC? I have said that the ROC contains so many information about the signal or system. By looking the ROC, you can say so many things, whether the signal is right shifted or right-sided or left-sided or both-sided signal sequence or signal, or whether the system or signal is stable or not. These are things we can say, okay, from the ROC curve. We can say also what is the power of S. Okay, if there is only one pole, then we can say there is only one power of the S in the transfer function. So many things we can say from the ROC graph. So come to solve some problem. Let me solve how to find the Laplace transform of unit step signal. Okay, that is also very important. Find the Laplace transform of u of t. Okay, I think all of you know the what is u of t. U of t is nothing but unit step signal. Okay, unit step signal means the signal is present for the positive duration. Okay, time duration, for positive time duration, and amplitude will be 1. So that thing we know. So how we can find the Laplace transform? Can you solve this? So Laplace transform, if we assume this x of s is the Laplace transform of u of t, then equation we know x of s is given by minus infinity to infinity x of t e to the minus st dt. Okay, what is xt here? It's ut. So minus infinity to infinity xt is ut, it's a minus st. This is very simple. You can just normal integration you have to do. Okay, just ut you know this signal is present from 0 to infinity only. That's a minus infinity will cancel. We can write 0 to infinity e to the minus st dt. Okay, so if you do the integration, how you can do? Minus s will come 0 to infinity. This is very simple steps you can do. So many times I have solved a similar kind of integration in the earlier classes. If you put the infinity here, e to the power minus st infinity means what? You can write 0. And e to the power 0 means when you put 0 here, it is 1. So we have got another step I have forgot. That's important step. So that I have already explained in the last class when I explained about the e to the power minus at ut. Okay, this step is important. So what is that step? You just put e to the power minus s into here infinity, here minus e to the power minus s into 0. Okay, this will be 0 when only this sigma, this s, not sigma, this s should be greater than 0, isn't it? If s is greater than 0, then only it's possible that here we can write 0. Otherwise, if it is negative, then we cannot write here 0, it's maybe infinity. Okay, that's why I have written here s should be greater than infinity. If s greater than infinity, what we can write here? Real of, since 0 is a value that's constant, real value, so we can write real of s should be greater than 0, or real of s is nothing but sigma should be greater than 0. So the unit step signal Laplace transform is what? Laplace transform is 1 by s, and what is the condition for ROC is should be sigma greater than 0. Okay, so this thing you should know. So let me know if you finish writing. Any question? Any doubt? You can write in the chat box. Write down another problem with the help as I given the this of the information. Okay, how what is the ROC and how we can plot with using those concepts. Let us do one more problem. Okay, find the Laplace transform of x of t equal to e to the power minus twice t e of t plus e to the power minus thrice t e of t. Okay, can you solve this? Can you find the Laplace transform as well as ROC, plot ROC also? Can you do this? So we know that try your own. Okay, though I am solving, but you should try your own. These are very simple. I have given already the formula. I have solved the properties or formula previous class. What is the Laplace transform of twice t u of t? What is the Laplace transform of twice t of u of t? It's nothing but 1 by s plus a, or you can write 1 by s plus 2, isn't it? And what is the ROC? That is the most important. ROC sigma should be greater than minus 2, isn't it? So similarly, if it is given, it is a minus thrice t u of t. What is the Laplace transform? Laplace transform is nothing but 1 by s plus 3. Okay. Now, what is the ROC for this signal? ROC should be greater than minus 3. Okay. So we have got the Laplace transform of this signal. This how we can write directly, because you should remember memorize this. Not memorize. You should know the how we can derive this Laplace transform, as well as when you practice more problem, then you can easily you can say what is the Laplace transform of such signal. Okay. When you practice more, you can say, okay. And if you see in this equation, I have this type of signal I have solved in case of Fourier transform also. Okay, in the Fourier transform also I have solved this type of sequence. You can see that the Fourier transform of this. Can you say? Can anybody say what is the Fourier transform of this? Is nothing but 1 by what? A plus j omega. If you remember, if you do the Fourier transform of such signal, is 1 by a plus j omega. Okay, it's similar to this 1 by s plus a. Okay, when you practice more, then you can see those things. Okay, some relation is there for each of the transform, like Laplace transform of Fourier transform. Okay, so here you should know what is the Laplace transform of this. When you practice more, you can say that. Otherwise, you have to do integration to find the Laplace transform of this. Okay, and then you have to solve the remaining problem. So we have got this Laplace transform of this is this and this is that, and come to the ROC. Okay, how we can plot the ROC? This x-axis is represented by sigma and y-axis is represented by j omega, isn't it? So here, how many for this signal? Two signal is there, isn't it? For this signal, how many pole is there? There is no zeros, I think, isn't it? So let me write another step, otherwise you may be confused. So these two things we have got. And what is the resultant Laplace transform? Okay, resultant Laplace transform is nothing but sum of these two, means 1 by s plus 2 plus 1 by s plus 3. Isn't it? And for this, what is the ROC? ROC is should be greater than minus 2. And for this, what is the ROC? ROC should be greater than minus 3. Okay, but overall their ROC should be 1. It's not it that they differently say something, and we have to write the ROC of this is two condition. There is not such like that. The ROC should be 1 for one signal. Okay, here signal is this, so ROC should be 1. But individually, if you see, the ROC of this 1 by s plus 2 is nothing but it's greater than sigma greater than minus 2, and for this it is greater than minus 3. Then how we'll plot this thing? From plot only we can say that okay, this is the ROC of this plot. So sigma here, j omega here, 2 pole is there for the signal. Is there 2 pole? One is this, another is this. There is no zero. So one pole at where is minus 2, isn't it? Another pole is, are you following how we can find the poles? How we can find poles? By equating this as a zeros. the denominator polynomial roots are called poles, isn't it? When you equate this, what is the value of s? It's nothing but -2. When you equate this s plus 3 equal to 0, what is the poles of this part? Is nothing but -3. That's why we have to give two crossing at one at -3, one at -2, isn't it? Now come to the ROC plot. Okay, so both the poles or both the condition is says the ROC is right side. Okay, both the condition says one is sigma is greater than -2, another is says sigma is greater than -3. But ROC should be a overlap region. Here note is there. Notice that you should remember that notice ROC should be overlapped region. This point you should remember that ROC should be overlap region. Okay, there is two conditions is there, but what is the overlap region? Both are greater than -2 and -3. And what is the overlap region? Overlap region is greater than -2. Okay, this is the overlap region. So, okay, what is the ROC of the signal then? The ROC of the signal is should be greater than -2. Is it clear? The ROC of the signal is should be greater than -2. Is there any problem? Is there any doubt? How we can find the ROC of the signal is greater than -2? Since ROC greater than -2 has the overlap region. Okay, that's why the ROC of this signal is sigma greater than -2. So once again explain. So this is very important. Okay, in this place, don't be just memorize or don't be skip up. Okay, this is very important. Suppose, sir, don't understand how to draw graph. Okay, how to draw graph, don't understand. Okay, let me say from the initial then. So what is our equation? S is nothing but 1 by s plus 2 plus 1 by s plus 3. So this is our equation, and we have to plot this thing in S plane. Another thing is that you should know what is the condition for ROC. What is the condition for ROC? Okay, for this signal ROC is sigma should be greater than -2, and for this ROC should be sigma greater than -3. How we can say this thing? By looking the formulas. Here I have given already. Okay, if you understand this thing I have solved in the last class, you can see in your copy. I have given this thing that ROC of such type of signal is greater than sigma greater than -a. Okay, here one signal has 2, A is the 2, other signal has A equal to 3. Okay, that's why both the case we have got, and this case is required to draw the ROC or to draw the plot. That's the thing. You should know this thing. Okay, you should know this thing. So come to the how we can draw. First of all, you should know how to make the Laplace transform. Then you should know what is the ROC condition. These two things you should know. Okay, then you can plot the thing in the graph. That's the thing. One step is that you should know what is the Laplace transform of the signal. Second is that what is the condition of ROC. That's two things you should find first. Then you can draw in graphically. Okay. Now come to plot. How we can plot in graphical? Let me solve that. So these are we are discussing about Laplace transform. Laplace transform can be plotted in S domain. Okay, S domain means S is a complex number. It represent as sigma plus j omega. Okay, this is real part. This is imaginary part. And real part we have write in x-axis, and imaginary part we have write in. We should write in the y-axis, isn't it? So after plotting these two axes, this is known as a S plane. Okay, for S plane, after that you should know what are the poles and zeros of the of this equation. Okay, what is the poles of zeros of this equation? X of s equal to 1 by s plus 2 plus 1 plus s plus 3. Poles, what are the poles you should know? What are the zeros of this equation? Can anybody say? And what are the poles? Here zeros represent the upper part. Okay, so we have to find the zeros, then we have to take LCM, I think. S plus 3 to s plus 3 plus, no need to think about zeros, forget that. Why that? No need, I will explain. Okay, I will explain. No need to find the zero condition. Okay, why? Because to draw the ROC, you should know only the poles. Okay, why? I will explain. I will give as a note. Okay, so poles, here poles are how many? Is 2. One is at -2, another is at -3. Okay, so after finding the poles, you should plot in here at x-axis. One is at -3, another is at -2. Okay, and ROC of this condition is says first one ROC is greater than -2. Okay, one is greater than -2. So ROC at the, it is right side of the -2, and another condition, another signal part is says ROC is greater than -3. Okay, so it should be greater than -3. Okay, so by looking that, one condition is that note you can write as a, that ROC is a overlapping region. Overlapping region. Okay, that's thing you should know. So in this thing, in this plot, what is the overlapping region? Our overlap region is nothing but it greater than -2. Okay, it should be greater than -2. So overall ROC of the signal is nothing but sigma greater than -2. Is it clear? And why I have said here no need to know about the zeros. Okay, sometimes question may ask find the zeros, but to plot the ROCs, why we no need to.
అదే ఫస్ట్ దీన్ని ఏమన్నప్పుడు జస్ట్ దీని మొహం చూపెట్టింది అది.
Who is this? So why we don't need to find zeros? Because ROC does not should not contain any. Okay, ROC should not contain any poles. Understand? ROC should not contain any poles, but it may contain zeros. But it may contain, that is only one point you can remember, but it may contain zeros. That's why ROCs, to plot ROCs, these poles play a major role, because we have to look whether in ROC there has some poles or poles. Is there any poles enclosed by this ROC? Okay, that's we have to see. Okay, when we plot the ROC, but zero may be anywhere. You don't bother about zeros when we plot the ROC. Okay, that's why to plot the ROC we should know about the poles about that signal. Is it clear? Write down fast and let me know if you finished writing. Okay, take some note, okay, about this Laplace transform. These points are very important. You should remember. Okay. One thing, how we can draw the ROC. Okay. Somebody already asked that we don't know how to plot. But some point you should remember, the ROC is nothing but straight line. Okay. You can write like this. Shape of ROC is a straight line through the y-axis. Okay. Through the j omega axis. Straight line parallel to j omega axis. Now to the second point. ROC does not contain poles. That is another important. That's why I'm saying that we don't have to find zeros below to prove the ROCs, because we should look up look the poles location. Okay, ROC does not contain poles, so it may contain zeros. Okay, it may contain zeros. The third point, for right-sided sequence, right-sided signal. What is called right-sided signal? It is for greater than a unit step signal is a right-sided signal, because signal is present for positive time duration. Okay, so ROC is the right of the rightmost pole. What it means? ROC is the right of the rightmost pole. Okay, what it means? If axis there are so many poles is there and signals, all the signals are right-sided sequence, right-sided signal, then ROC should be right of the rightmost pole. Okay, so that's why this is said that for right-sided signal, ROC is right of the rightmost pole. Come to the 4th point. For left-sided signal, ROC is left of the leftmost pole. Okay. Come to the 5th one.